What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Buzz. Khamzat Chimaev recently shared his thoughts on the upcoming UFC title clash between Islam Makhachev and Della, Maddalena. During a live stream, Chimaev revealed his prediction, leaning toward Makhachev as the likely winner. According to him, Islam's world-class wrestling will be the key factor that decides the outcome of the fight. Chimaev explained that while both fighters are incredibly skilled and dangerous in their own ways, he expects Islam to take a more wrestling-heavy approach this time around. Jack and Islam both are great fighters, Chimaev said, but I think Islam will use his wrestling more in this fight. That's where he can dominate. He went on to discuss the balance of the matchup, suggesting that both athletes bring unique strengths to the octagon. If we talk about the odds, maybe it's 55% for Islam and 45% for Jack, Chimaev added. Jack is fast and powerful with his striking, but Islam's grappling is on another level. It will be interesting to see how Islam performs moving up in weight, but I still believe his wrestling will make the difference. Chimaev's breakdown highlights the clash of styles between Makhachev, the reigning lightweight champion known for his relentless control on the ground, and Maddalena, a rising star whose sharp boxing and finishing ability have made him one of the most dangerous welterweights in the UFC. The fight has generated huge buzz among fans, as it's not just a test of skill but also of strategy and endurance. Many in the MMA community are curious to see how Makhachev handles the challenge of facing a bigger and more explosive opponent, while Maddalena looks to prove that his striking can neutralize even the most dominant wrestler in the game. Chimaev concluded by saying that no matter the result, the fight promises high-level action and drama. Both are elite, he said, but I think Islam's experience, discipline, and wrestling will help him get the win. Jack is dangerous, but Islam knows how to control the fight and find his way to victory. As UFC 322 approaches, Chimaev's prediction only adds more excitement to what is already one of the most anticipated matchups of the year. Fans around the world are waiting to see whether Makhachev's grappling dominance will prevail or if Maddalena's striking power can shock the world. Move on to another news. Islam Makhachev once again showed his playful side by trolling his manager, Ali Abdelaziz, in a hilarious moment caught on camera. In a recent social media video, the UFC lightweight champion was seen interrupting Ali during an interview, turning the serious moment into a lighthearted scene that had fans laughing across the internet. As Ali tried to focus on the conversation, Makhachev snuck into the frame, jokingly holding a magnifying glass over Ali's bald head and pretending to burn it using sunlight. The two quickly broke into laughter as Islam teased, "What are you guys doing? Make some barbecue grill." His sense of humor immediately lit up the room, showing a more relaxed and entertaining side of the usually calm and composed fighter. Ali, who is known for managing some of the biggest names in MMA, tried to keep the interview going while laughing at Islam's antics. The playful exchange continued as Islam joked about Ali's skills on the microphone, saying, "Josh, Ali is very good with the microphone." The interviewer responded, "Yes, he is. He's better than you, Islam. You're way down here." Without missing a beat, Makhachev grinned and replied, "I'm still learning from Ali." This brief but funny interaction showcased the close friendship and brotherly bond between Makhachev and his manager. While Ali is often seen handling business and media appearances seriously, moments like these remind fans of the genuine camaraderie and humor that exist behind the scenes in the UFC world. Fans quickly flooded the comments, calling the clip one of the funniest things they've seen from Makhachev, who's usually known for his calm demeanor inside the octagon. Many praised the champion for showing his lighthearted personality outside of fighting, proving he can entertain not just with his skills, but also with his humor. The clip also reflects how grounded Islam remains despite his massive success. Even as one of the most dominant fighters in the world, he continues to share laughs with his team and stay humble. For fans, this playful moment between Makhachev and Abdelaziz was a refreshing reminder that even elite champions need a bit of fun amid all the training and pressure. Move on to another news. During a recent MMA seminar, former UFC champions Khabib Nurmagomedov and Frankie Edgar gave fans an unexpected dose of comedy when a friendly argument broke out between the two legends. The lighthearted disagreement centered around the correct exercise angle during a demonstration, and while everyone in the gym suspected Khabib was wrong, nobody dared to challenge the Eagle. As the two demonstrated a move, Khabib insisted it should be done at a perfect 90-degree angle, while Frankie disagreed, arguing for 45 degrees. The debate quickly turned humorous as Khabib, half serious and half joking, demanded respect. "Have some respect," he said with a grin. "Not only you're a former champion, me too. I'm Hall of Fame too." Edgar laughed, shaking his head, but Khabib wasn't done. "I'm the youngest Hall of Famer in UFC history," he said proudly. "When I was 34, I was already in the Hall of Fame. game. People 54 still waiting, go home. The room erupted with laughter as Khabib continued to demonstrate, moving his arms at different angles and mockingly correcting Frankie's form. Edgar tried to explain, look, 45, 90, that's 180, not 360. I count from 180. Khabib, clearly enjoying himself, interrupted, hey guys, 1 second, welcome to my world. The audience cheered as the two champions continued their playful banter, turning what was supposed to be a technical coaching session into a comedy show. The exchange captured the genuine friendship and mutual respect between the two icons. While the debate over the exercise angle never reached a clear conclusion, it showed how Khabib's humor and charisma often light up even the most serious training environments. Frankie tried to restore order, but Khabib kept joking, throwing in playful lines like, this is 90, you 120, what about this, huh? By the end of the seminar, both fighters were laughing, along with the entire gym. The crowd applauded as Khabib and Frankie shook hands, turning the argument into a moment of pure entertainment. It was a perfect reminder that even UFC Hall of Famers can have fun, make jokes, and not take themselves too seriously. Moments like these are why fans continue to love Khabib, not just for his undefeated record and legendary career, but for his personality, humility, and the lighthearted energy he brings wherever he goes. Move on to another news. Della Maddalena has revealed that he's open to the idea of moving up to middleweight in the future, and potentially facing Khamzat Chimaev. In a recent interview with the New York Post, the Australian rising star discussed his long-term plans, saying that while he currently feels comfortable at welterweight, a jump to the 185-pound division isn't out of the question. Maddalena explained that he doesn't struggle much with weight cuts and could easily adapt to fighting at a heavier class if the right opportunity presents itself. I don't cut a lot of weight to make 170, he said. I could definitely see myself moving up a division at some point, maybe to face someone like Khamzat Chimaev. That would be an exciting challenge. However, JDM made it clear that his current focus remains on conquering the welterweight division. Before even thinking about middleweight, he wants to solidify his dominance by defending his belt multiple times against top contenders. I'd like to defend my title several times before considering a move up, he stated. There are still a lot of strong fighters at 170 that I want to test myself against. My goal is to clean out the division first. When asked about his long-term vision, Maddalena emphasized that he's not rushing the process. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, he said. I'm happy where I am right now. But yeah, middleweight could definitely be on the horizon one day. I've always liked the idea of facing Khamzat. It would be a huge challenge, and I think it would make for a great fight. The mention of a potential Chimaev matchup immediately sparked excitement among MMA fans, as both fighters are known for their aggressive styles and finishing ability. Maddalena's crisp boxing and pressure-based approach have made him one of the most dangerous strikers in the UFC, while Chimaev's explosive wrestling and raw power have kept him undefeated and feared across two divisions. For now, JDM remains committed to his current path, but his willingness to take on someone as formidable as Khamzat Chimaev shows the mindset of a true warrior, one unafraid to challenge himself against the very best. As his career continues to rise, a future Maddalena versus Chimaev clash could become one of the most highly anticipated fights in UFC history. Move on to another news. Paddy Pimblett has once again taken aim at Ilia Topuria, reigniting their heated rivalry and calling him out for a long-awaited showdown. In a recent YouTube vlog, the outspoken Liverpudlian urged the featherweight champion to step up and sign the contract, claiming that Topuria continues to talk trash but avoids actually agreeing to fight. I've been trying to get this fight for a while, Paddy said. All Ilia ever does is talk rubbish about me, saying I'm overrated, saying I don't deserve to fight him, but when the time comes to make it happen, he stalls. Pimblett reminded fans of their tense altercation after one of Topuria's previous fights, where things nearly turned physical. After his last fight, I got in the cage and he pushed me, Paddy recalled. I thought it was going to happen right then and there, but now, all of a sudden, he's gone quiet. He's stalling and not saying yes to the fight. If I'm as easy as he says I am, then step up and prove it. The British fan favorite continued his verbal assault, accusing Topuria of ducking him despite constantly calling him out online. He keeps saying I'm not on his level, but if that's true, why not fight me and shut me up. Pimblett said, "If I'm such an easy fight, take me out in one round like you claim you can." As Tyson said, "Sign the contract, big boy." Pimblett's comments quickly went viral, with fans split on whether he's genuinely ready to face the undefeated Spanish-Georgian champion or simply stirring the pot for attention. Known for his confidence and charisma, Paddy has never shied away from confrontation, and his fiery attitude has made him one of the UFC's most talked about personalities. While Ilia Topuria remains focused on defending his belt against top-ranked contenders, the tension between him and Pimblett continues to grow. Many fans still remember their infamous hotel altercation years ago, which turned their rivalry into a personal feud. Now, with both fighters gaining popularity, a potential matchup would draw massive attention from MMA fans worldwide. Whether Topuria accepts the challenge or not, Pimblett has made it clear he isn't backing down. "I'm ready anytime, anywhere," he said confidently. "If Ilia really thinks he's the best, let's settle it in the cage. No more talking." Move on to another news. Rampage Jackson has once again proven that his sense of humor and street smarts are as sharp as ever. During a recent live stream in Italy, the former UFC and Pride champion found himself surrounded by a group of street scammers attempting to hustle him. But instead of getting angry or walking away, Rampage decided to flip the script, handing out fake money while keeping a perfectly straight face. As the scammers approached, trying to sell him counterfeit goods and ask for donations, Rampage reached into his pocket and pulled out a stack of fake bills. With a grin, he started handing them out one by one, saying, "Thank you and happy?" as the crowd gathered around, laughing at his bold move. The moment quickly went viral as viewers watched Rampage turn an awkward situation into pure entertainment. When someone pointed out that the scammers would be furious once they realized the money was fake, Rampage laughed and said, "They're gonna be pissed, but I don't give a damn. Quit scamming people. I can't stand scammers." His unapologetic attitude and comedic timing made the entire encounter even funnier. "Hustling the hustlers," he added. "Scamming the scammers. That's Rampage Benjamin right here." Fans flooded the comments, praising Jackson for standing up to the street con artists in the most creative way possible. Many called it classic Rampage, a mix of humor, confidence, and a touch of chaos that perfectly fits his larger-than-life personality. Throughout his career, Rampage Jackson has been known not just for his knockout power inside the cage, but for his charisma and wild antics outside of it. Whether it's joking around with fans, pranking his friends, or calling out scammers live on camera, Rampage never misses a chance to entertain. The viral clip showed that even years after his fighting prime, he's still got the same energy that made him a fan favorite around the world. As Rampage himself put it with a laugh before walking away, "I can't stand scammers. They messed with the wrong guy today." Move on to another news. Gabriel Bonfim secured the biggest win of his career at UFC Vegas 111, but the victory didn't come without controversy. Facing veteran Randy Brown in the welterweight main event, Bonfim looked sharp from the opening bell, controlling the first round with precision, striking, and strong pressure. Early in round 2, however, the fight took a dramatic turn when Bonfim landed a powerful knee that dropped Brown to the canvas. Referee Mark Smith quickly stepped in to stop the fight, a decision that instantly divided fans and fighters alike. While Bonfim celebrated the knockout victory, many observers felt the stoppage was premature. Brown appeared to turtle up defensively and seemed alert only moments later, leaving fans questioning whether the fight should have been allowed to continue. The MMA community quickly lit up social media with mixed reactions. Lightweight contender Terrence McKinney tweeted bluntly, "Bad stoppage." Bantamweight fighter Merab Dvalishvili echoed the sentiment, posting "Eerily stoppage, Bonfim versus Brown." Meanwhile, veteran Julian Erosa offered a more balanced take, writing, "That's a tough call. Looks like he was out and woke back up. I sort of agree with Cruz, can see a case for it either way." Fighter Zach Palga added, "I prefer a late stoppage to an early one, but speaking from experience, if you don't want an early stoppage, don't get dropped." Despite the controversy, Bonfim's performance was undeniably impressive and may have helped him secure his place on the roster after his brother's recent struggles inside the octagon. In his post-fight interview, Bonfim didn't hold back when asked about his next target, calling out former interim champion Colby Covington. "He's the one holding up the division," Bonfim said. "He's ranked high but doesn't fight. I need to be the one to retire him." When pressed on whether Covington's past comments about Brazil served as extra motivation, Bonfim didn't hesitate. "Absolutely," he said. "What he said about my country needs to be corrected, and I'll be the one to do it."